Hey folks, Fernando doing another video for the More Survivalist. And guys, this is one that I tried doing several times. I just get so upset with this video, I end up cursing and using improper language and I have to start over again. Stick around for this one. I try to keep it real in terms of survival preparedness. That's why you see things that are politically incorrect. You often don't see them in our channels where they're worried about losing subscribers or some negative feedback or some thumbs down. I just couldn't care less. I care a lot about what I do here and do it as responsibly as possible. That's why I address this in a serious manner and really addressing your priorities. You know, if someone is asking me about EMPs and he's 100 pounds overweight, I'm going to be telling him, dude, you have other things to be concerned about first rather than EMPs. You have something of a health condition that you should be taking care of. EMPs are probably not top of your list. This is one of the things that's top of your list, especially if you have kids, especially if you want to understand the society you're living in, the society you're going to be living in the future, not that distant in the future. And if you have children, know they're being attacked right now. Know they're being brainwashed from the media, school, all around. We're being attacked so as to have weak, vulnerable people that are easy to manipulate. They want weak families. They want to destroy the cell of society, which is a family. Not only that, they want to destroy men and women. They want a man to think he's no longer a man, a woman to not be a woman anymore, and they want to confuse children about what they are in essence, you know, in some of the more basic aspects of what you are as a human being. They want you to question absolutely everything, because once you question everything is up for grabs. They can just decide. And not only that, once everything is acceptable, they tell you the one line of thought that is the only proper one, and anything else is just, you know, destroyed. It is opposed to and canceled completely. You have to just fall in line with the narrative. Folks, if you like my take on survival and preparedness, consider purchasing my books. You'll have the links over there below in the description of the video, available in Amazon. Also, if you like my content, consider hitting that thanks button. It's like a little heart. It's like a super chat. So just make a small contribution for the channel. That's also hugely appreciated. Look, I'll let you watch the video and then comment, dissect it. This is very interesting. It's one of those rare videos where every single sentence happens to be a lie. Every single sentence is the exact opposite of what they're saying. It already starts very bad by going for LGBT kids. Why is it that they have to sexualize children? What's the obsession with children and their sex? It is very concerning. Let's watch and comment later.
Sawyer is an old soul. She is our spunky and creative kiddo. Sawyer also happens to be a transgender girl.
Happens, pure coincidence.
I remember the first time she was out in the community wearing the clothing she wanted in her hair, and she kind of was herself. And that was the first day where I saw her. She has always been super gender creative.
That doesn't exist.
Hair has been a big part of her transition. Once she told us that she identified as a girl, she immediately wanted to grow her hair out.
It made me feel good and confident, and it made my insides match my outsides.
Doesn't make you confident to go be like that.
This was a kid who knew who she was from such a young age. And as a mom, you always worry about your kids being loved and accepted. So I'm always telling Sawyer to never hide who she is. Always be herself. Never be afraid to step out and exist as the person that she is.
I never had that option.
Our family motto is everybody loves everybody no matter what path you follow.
Unless you want to be a boy, which is what you are.
It means I can be who I am no matter what. It doesn't matter because everybody loves me. My advice is just be yourself.
Unless you want to
and
be
don't let anybody tell you who you are.
Change that for you. So this is Pantene Procter & Gamble. Guys, a few years ago, Pantene was about selling shampoo. So basic advertising, you would have like a hot model, beautiful hair, and of course, advertising 101. A woman sees that and says, okay, I want to be like that woman. I want to be hot, beautiful, and great hair. I'm going to be buying the product. Same for a man. You see a dude that's like fit, masculine, hitting, out of the shower. He's, maybe athletic, and he's a handsome dude. And a man is going to be watching that and say, yeah, I would like to be like that dude, so I'm buying the product. It's no longer about selling a product. We've reached a point in which they don't even care about selling shampoo. Procter & Gamble cares about the narrative, cares about the message, cares about social engineering a lot more than selling shampoo. Who's going to be buying damn shampoo with this? No one. They just care about the message and about making your society as weak and as vulnerable as possible. They want to destroy not only families, they want to destroy men and women. A man is not a man anymore, a woman is not a woman anymore, everything is fluid. You have to question every single thing you believe, the most basic core aspects of what you are as a human being. Even that you have to question. Once they destroy everything, they tell you that this is the narrative that you have to fall in line. And if you don't fall in line, you're canceled. So as I was saying before, every single line of this is a lie. Right? Sawyer is an old soul. No, Sawyer is a boy that unfortunately fell in the hands of these two lesbian activists that decided to use this boy. I don't know if adopted or fertilization, semen donation, or whatever went on here, because naturally two women cannot make a child, so they got their hands on this boy and they decided all of this for him. But Sawyer is not an old soul. He's a child. He's not old. But why is it that they're using the first line, an old soul? Because they want to install in your mind that this is a choice that this old soul, this mature person decided, rather than a child or even a baby back when this was forced upon him.
Is an old soul.
Not old.
She is our...
So he's not spunky and creative kiddo. That was taken away from him. From the moment these two lesbians decided that they were going to be grooming this little kid as a trans girl, they took that away from him. They took away the spunkiness and the creativity that kids naturally have. You see, of course, the LGBTQ flag here combined with a BLM, Antifa. You have to signal your wokeness all the time.
Spunky and creative kiddo.
Yeah, nothing creative about it.
Sawyer also happens to be
it's just a pure coincidence. It has nothing to do that these are two lesbian women that are clearly activists and wanted to have a trans kid. That has nothing to do with it. That's pure coincidence. So it just so happens to be like, he happens to have brown eyes. Pure coincidence. He happens to be this way. Lie.
Transgender girl.
Lie.
I remember the first time she was out in the community wearing the clothing she wanted in her hair.
Another lie. He's not wearing the clothes he wants. You chose those clothes for him from a very early age. Since he was a baby, you decided to dress him like a little girl and confuse him about what he was.
And she kind of was herself. And
no, if he was himself, he would be a boy, which is what he is. The moment he asks you, what am I, mom? Am I a boy? I have 3 boys. I have 3 kids, 3 boys. Kids ask you that kind of crap. They're little. They have no idea what's going on. They're new to the world. And from a very early age, they start asking questions because they're like sponges. They want to absorb everything around them, all the knowledge. So, Dad, am I a boy or a girl? What am I? Yeah, son, you're a boy. Okay, what are you? Yeah, I'm a boy. Mom's a girl. Yeah, mom's a girl. And my sister, she's a girl. Yeah, she's a girl. Okay, that is the extent of the conversations. There's really not much more to it. A table, what's a table? What's a chair? Chair is sitting your ass on, having dinner. And the table, that's for putting your plates and eating. Can I sit on the table? Sure, you can, but it's not intended for that. Okay, it has to be very simple. It's pretty clear and straightforward. Now, if the moment you get asked that, well, son, you can be whatever you are really, because there's not just 2 genders. You can be anything. Do you want to be a girl right now? Would you like to be a girl like mommy and mommy? Okay, I'm going to be buying you girly clothes. I'm going to be grooming you for my own purposes. In my own selfish way, I'm going to be making you like a little toy. You're going to be my little project. You're going to be my little politically activist project. And I'm going to be stealing away from you your choice, your freedom, your childhood.
That was the first day where I saw her.
No, that was not the first day. You saw him as a little girl from the first moment you laid eyes on him. Either you adopted him or fertilization or whatever went on here, because two women cannot make a little baby. Anyway, whatever way you got him, the moment you saw him, you decided, I'm going to be making this into my own image. I don't care about the well-being of this child. Children want to have a mom and a dad. If you have any doubts about it, look at the videos. They may no longer be on YouTube, but if you Google around enough, you're going to be finding them. These kids that are brought up by homosexuals, they will all mostly agree they would have loved to have a mother and a father, a male and a female figure. They all agree on that basically. The great majority of them do. And unfortunately, those of them that get twisted into being the project of their parents, they end up regretting it.
She has always been
badly.
super gender creative.
It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as super gender creative. That's bullshit language made up, which is saying I'm going to be instructing and organizing the way in which I'm making this kid into my own image, and I'm going to be calling all of that being super gender creative. The way I move around and make sure this little boy thinks he's a girl, and I'm going to be calling that super gender creative.
And
bullshit
hair
language.
has been a big part of her transition.
No, hair has been a big part of your
Once she told
plan.
us that she identified as a girl,
No kid tells you that I identify as a girl. That's a lie. That's another lie.
she immediately wanted to grow her hair out.
It made me feel good and confident.
No, it does not make you feel good and confident being a boy, dressing up like a girl, and being ridiculed and laughed at by all other boys and girls around you. It's the exact opposite of being happy and confident, and this is another lie. And it made my insides match my outside. That's your lesbian mom's
And
language.
it made
not
my
your own.
insides match my outsides.
That's what your lesbian moms say.
This was a kid who
This is a picture where you see the entire story. A boy brought up like a little girl. Halloween costume, wig. These are the things they made this kid do from a very early age. They brought this boy up like a little girl and made them question himself to the point that he doesn't even know what he is. And when he's in doubt, they tell him, do you identify like a little girl? You want to identify like a little girl, like mommy and mommy, right? Yeah, okay, sure. Okay, you're a lesbian now.
knew who she was from.
You're a trans girl now. They use this kid like a lab rat.
Such a young age. And as a mom, you always worry about your kids being loved and accepted.
No, if you worried about your kids being loved and accepted, you would have left your boy to be a boy and accept that you have a boy, and not get your son involved in your own personal political battles and your own activism as a lesbian. You would have had the minimum decency of saying, okay, I have a boy, I'm going to be respecting that he's a boy, and he's going to be brought up as a boy, and whatever he wants to do with his life as he grows up, that's going to be fine, but I'm going to be respected. No, you decided for him and made him this way.
So I'm always telling Sawyer to never hide who she is.
As long as
always
he
be
does
herself.
everything you want
Never
him
be
to do.
afraid to step out and exist as the person that she is.
Exact opposite, another lie. The exact opposite. You didn't allow him to be as the person he is.
Our family motto is everybody loves everybody no matter what path you follow.
Yeah, unless you follow the path that was obvious and natural for you, which is grow up like a little boy. That was not loved or accepted by any means.
Well, it means I can be who I am no matter what.
No, you were not allowed to be who you are.
But
because
it
you're a
doesn't
boy,
matter because everybody loves me.
unless you decide
My
to be a boy.
advice is just be yourself.
This is so messed up. This is so infuriating. Understand, this is what you want. This is what they want for your kids. They want to question what they are. They want you to accept this as natural, as normal, as something that is okay. Now, if you do this with a little girl as a man, you end up in jail. This is illegal. If you have a bunch of grown men, drooling over a little 5 or 10-year-old little girl taking off her clothes, you end up in jail for that sort of crap. Now, YouTube is okay with having that go on as long as it's a boy, because that's a way of expressing his trans reality or whatever bullshit it is. They do that. You have those clips in YouTube, grown men drooling and whistling at a little boy taking off his clothes. That's fine. If it had been a girl, it would be the kind of thing that lands you in jail for a very long time, actually. But we're living in very twisted, messed up times. Okay, guys? They don't want strong men. They don't want strong women even. This is not about empowering women. It's actually the opposite. Who's a strong woman? If I had a daughter, strong, J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, billionaire, damn, that's a strong woman. That's a woman that, made it. She's creative. She's self-made multi-millionaire. Crying out loud, yeah, be like her. By all means, be super successful. You want to be strong, really, like a strong woman? Gina Carano. Tough as nails, beautiful also, by the way. Champion MMA fighter. But what happens to Gina Carano? She gets canceled. That's a real strong woman. Not these couple of activist lesbians, but a real strong woman like Gina Carano. Beautiful, successful, tough, strong. Not in this lesbian kind of strong, but strong like an actual physical strong woman. She gets canceled because she's a real strong woman. She's not a fake strong woman or a bullshit strong woman, which is just politically activism, woke, signaling language. This is the reality we're living, guys. If you don't understand what's going on, you're going to be hit by a truck. Your kids are going to be fooled, and it's happening. You're seeing this in different forums. Fathers, mothers that realize all of a sudden that their kids have been brainwashed by this crap. And all of a sudden, it's too late. Once they get to your kids in this way, and you know what? You're going to be that father. They want to normalize things that used to be illegal. They want to normalize when your 5-year-old or 10-year-old is abused in a bathroom by a man. Well, he's just expressing his gender identity. You're going to be, it's already happening. The father that had his daughter in a bathroom by a gender fluid kid, the father was arrested. Even though the victim was his daughter, the father was the one that was arrested. Folks, realize what's going on because this is serious. This is no joke. You have to be prepared. Identify this so as to be ready. See you in our next video. Have an awesome day. Take care.